Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it's morning here in Bali anyway. Might not be morning where you are. So I'm actually going to give this live a few minutes to get started and give it some time for some people to jump on. I'm having a couple of little technology issues today, a couple of little Wi-Fi hiccups. So I actually just want to make sure that I can be seen, that I can be heard, that I'm coming up live before I start to dive in too much. So if you're here watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay. And actually I'd love to know, like, where are you in the world at the moment? I know parts of the world are in lockdown and parts of the world are not in lockdown, and gosh, we're all having such different experiences depending on where we're living at the moment. So like I say, if you're watching this as a replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know where you are. If you're jumping on this one live, if you can let me know that you can actually see me and hear me and that my Wi-Fi is doing all the things that it's supposed to do. Maybe even some love hearts and some likes just to let me know that you're there, that you're coming on. That would be amazing because I've got some really cool stuff that I want to share with you all today. I'm so excited. Something very, very, very cool has happened. Something that something I've been waiting for, or not waiting for, working towards is a better way of putting it, for a few years, and it is finally time to share it with the world. And I am super excited to be here to basically share it with all of you, and also want to answer some questions. But basically what I'm sharing with you is the launch of the Temple of Armella. Temple of Armella is being born into the world as we speak. So as you're coming on, if you can just give me, like I say, some love hearts or some likes or a comment so that I know that you can hear me. Yes, Electra, hello, chilly Melbourne, and you can see me and hear me clearly. Awesome, amazing. Hi Talisa, I haven't seen you for a little while, darling. It's beautiful to have you on here as well. I want to share with you, there's so many things I want to share with you right now. To have to feel into like what order that I want to give this to you. But for about the last 2 years, maybe a little more, maybe closer to 3, I've had a particular vision, a particular dream of launching a temple, the Temple of Armella. And it's been definitely quite an initiatory journey of getting to the point where I am ready, where the temple is ready, where it's time for me to share this into the world. And this came from a place of having this really deep desire for women to work together. I came from a background that it was very much, we do it all alone. We do everything on your own. You figure it out on your own. When I first became a practitioner or a facilitator or whatever you want to call it, when I first stepped out into the world as doing the work that I do, or just starting to do the work that I do, I was on my own. There was no one around. Like, I had done an apprenticeship, I had done a shamanic womb apprenticeship, but there really wasn't. And I had also done a spiral practitioner training, but there wasn't any guidance from there. It was kind of like, off you go, have fun. And back in those days, it feels that back in those days, there also wasn't support for people stepping out into the world and, I guess, doing coaching or doing facilitation or guiding people on journeys. It really was just a matter of I had to figure it out on my own. And I had come from a corporate, like a very, very intense corporate background where for women, it was a dog-eat-dog world. Like, literally the last corporate job that I worked on, that client was stolen from me by 2 other women who came to my event and who were very clear with me that they were there to take that client away from me, and they did. And so this is kind of the experience that I had around women. And so I didn't trust working with other women. I didn't know how to put myself into the world as a facilitator, as a practitioner. And then on a personal level, I had no idea that I could be connected to my body. I was talking to somebody today about this, and I kind of shared, I thought that it was normal to not feel your body. I actually had no idea that it was possible to feel like pleasure and emotion and sensation throughout your whole body. And of course, now, like those of you who already know me, now my story is very different. Now I live my life by being connected to my body and by being connected to the earth and by being really deeply connected to my own pleasure and to my own journey. And so because of both these parts of my journey, what I started to create was, so I had an apprenticeship going for a few years for women to become womb spiral practitioners, but always with the higher intention that that was going to grow and that was going to come to a place where it was co-facilitated with myself and also with other women, with other womb spiral practitioners, and that we were going to take it broader, that it was going to reach more than just women who wanted to become womb spiral practitioners, but also reach the woman who wants to just connect actually more deeply to herself for her own purposes, the women who want to be able to reach out and support and connect other women on their journey as well. I wanted to be able to reach birth workers, the women who are really like, I guess what I would say, on the front lines with bringing in our next generation, and the women who are wanting to conceive our next generation, and all the way through to the women who want to become womb spiral practitioners who really are here to support and to guide other women in the world. And so this has been my vision, is to like, how can I create something that is epically potent and powerful, that has all of the tools that I've been working with over the past kind of 6 years, but also brings other women into the space so that it starts to be a co-creation and starts to step beyond me. So that's been like my vision now for a number of years, and I am beside myself excited that it's happening, that it's launching. That's what the Temple of Armella is here for, is it's a package of everything that I've been studying, learning, sharing, everything that's worked for me over the past kind of 7 years, I guess, and everything packaged into one epic mega. It's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind how much is in this program. Not only that, but it has now co-facilitator. So Jamie has come in, Jamie Miranda has come in as my co-facilitator, who is one of my womb spiral practitioners. We also have 3 epic mentors who have come on, who are all womb spiral practitioners as well. And so those 4 women, I'm going to be coming into this page over the next week, and we're going to be sharing just so much with you as well, so much juicy content. Whether you ever chose to join the Temple of Armella or not, it doesn't matter. You will really get a lot out of these lives that we have planned for this week for you. Our intention is to just bring so much energy into this space and to really allow you to feel like, what is the essence, what is the juice of what's being birthed right now, because what is being birthed is big, and it's specifically been, I created this with you in mind. Like, I literally I've created this community over the last few years, and I hear you and I feel you and I see you, and like what I've created really has been with all of you in mind. And how do I support you even more in your growth, no matter what level you're at, no matter what you want to get out of it, no matter what your personal experience is, how do I bring this magic and this juice to you in a way that you can really be able to take hold of it and to make big, beautiful, amazing, massive shifts in your own life with whatever you're doing. That has literally been the deepest intention of birthing this temple. I'm so excited. I'm like trying to keep myself calm. I don't know why I'm trying to keep myself calm. So funny. It's like this group, none of you need me to keep calm. So why am I keeping calm? So I'm going to stop keeping calm, and I'm just going to let my full freaking excitement come out, which means I'm likely to get too excited. I'm likely to talk too loud. I'm likely to swear or something. I'm likely to say all my words backwards, but who gives a shit, huh? So yeah, so this space, like if you have any questions, I want to hear them. If you have any comments, I want to hear them. This really is just a space to be able to share with you everything about what this temple is and what this Temple of Armella is. And also I've had a few people message me this week and ask me some questions, so I want to be able to answer those in this space, so that not only the women who've been asking the questions, but also everybody else can get to see, can get to hear those answers as well. So let me have a look at my questions so that I remember my questions. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I love it. Like I guess the biggest question that I've been asked by people is like, how do I know is this program for me? Like what am I at the right level? Am I the right person? Am I the right fit for this program, Zapheria? Like I don't really know. Maybe I don't want to become a womb spiral practitioner. Maybe I actually just want to live my normal level of life. Like how do I fit into this? One thing I really want to say is this program literally was created for everyone, for every woman, no matter what level you are at, no matter what you are doing in the world. Literally, if you are where I was 7 years ago, where I was in this place of like, I'm disconnected, I can't feel my body, I don't trust myself in my decisions that I'm making, I don't trust other women, I don't know how to step into the world, I don't know what's true, I don't know what's mine, I don't know what's anybody else's. I'm healing, I'm moving beyond trauma, moving beyond loss. If you're in that place, then this program absolutely is for you. And the level for you would be what's called Womb Weaver. And that would be to come in and to fully immerse yourself into this transmission, to be able to receive the magic and the gifts of the womb gates for your own journey, for your own evolution, for your own healing. And within that, you will be held by myself. You'll be held by Jamie, my co-facilitator, and 3 other women. So there are 5 women holding a really beautiful, amazing, deep journeying space. So if you're in that area of your path and you're like, I want to connect to myself, I want to connect to other women, maybe you want to be able to conceive and birth a high vibrational child into this world, then this program is absolutely for you, and you would come in at what's called the Womb Weaver level. If you are perhaps like a little further along in your path and you're like, I've done a little bit of work, but I'm ready to deepen. I'm ready to discover more of who I am. I'm ready to find what is my soul's path? What am I really here to do? And how can I dig in and find the richness in life? The richness in my own life, and maybe it's also how can I bring that richness to other women as well? Or maybe it's literally still purely for yourself and for your own journey, is that you're ready to deepen and to explore more of your own pleasure, more of being able to trust yourself, more of being able to follow your own soul's path, your own soul's calling. Maybe you are a practitioner or a facilitator of something. Maybe you want to be a practitioner or a facilitator of something. You don't have to be. Maybe you're a birth worker. Maybe you are actually on the front line birthing the next generation into the world. Then the womb alchemist level would absolutely be for you. And this is really, I guess for me, and we always create, I guess, what we need ourselves or what we've journeyed through ourselves. So for me, where this comes in is like, I had gone from that place of having no idea that I could even have pleasure. I couldn't trust myself. I was healing from trauma. And as I started to move beyond that, I started to see that there was more, and I wanted more. I was hungry for more. It's like, what else is there? What else can I explore? This is where this level comes in, is what else can you explore? How can you deepen it into your own world? How can you take it to other women if that's your calling, to take it to other women? And then we come to the women who 100% know, like, I am here as a practitioner. I am here as a facilitator in the world. I am here to bring my magic. I am here to bring my gifts, and I'm here to hold other people through their journey. Maybe it's that you're being called to be a womb spiral practitioner specifically, or maybe it's that you already are being called to be a practitioner or a facilitator in other areas, and you want to deepen that, but you are 100% know or already are on that path, and you are ready to fully step into your power, to fully step into your magic, to be unapologetically you, and really learn how to hold a deep, powerful space for other women to be able to journey through. If that's you, then it's coming in at the womb priestess level. So they're the three different levels, the three different spaces. And what I'm excited about with this particular journey is that all of the women are journeying in this space together. So no matter where you are on your path, no matter what it is to you that you're ready for, we're all in on the transmissions together. This is the piece that really excites me, because you've got a group of 5 women holding the space, but also you've got a group of women who are journeying for all different reasons, who have all different life experiences, who are coming into the same potent container. This is the first time I'm really offering the transmission that I normally keep for my womb spiral apprentices. This is the first time it's really opening up into such a deeper space. So that's who would join. Basically, any women, anyone who, any woman who is on this path at any level, there's a place for you within this program, and we've done that intentionally. One of the other questions, which I feel like I already just answered, is like, if I'm not a practitioner, is it still okay to join? 110%, absolutely. Still so welcome to join. This is not only open for practitioners, this is open for everybody who's ready to dive into this journey. Another one of the questions someone asked is, can I explain like why this is good for birth workers too? I would love to tell you why this is also open to birth workers, and this also might interest you if you are a mother, or if you are wanting to conceive. This also might be of interest to you, what I'm going to say here to the birth workers. And that is that the children that are coming through at the moment, these high vibrational children that are coming through, they've been coming through for the last kind of 7 years or so, but they're really, I don't know if you've noticed right now how many powerful women in the world are conceiving. And that's because the high vibrational children are coming through thick and fast right now, and they require a different level of care. They require a different level of care on all levels. So right the way from conception and all the way through to their parenting. And so the reason why this training is really powerful for birth workers is because we're working with the womb gates. And when you're working in birth, when you're holding space for a soul to come through and to birth into the body of a child, you think actually most humans, when we've been birthed, we have not fully connected, we've not fully brought in our soul when we've birthed. But these high vibrational children, actually, this is really important, is that we sing their soul in, is that we fully support them in their birthing process to bring their soul to be born immediately really deeply connected to their soul, and to know who they are and to know their path and to be supported in that. And so the birthing of these high vibrational children is extremely important. And so as a birth worker or as a mom ready to have or conceive a child, and a depth of understanding and a transmission of the womb gates actually allows you to tune in all the way from the cosmic womb and to start to call this soul in to the physical form and into the body as it's born. One of the most powerful things we can possibly do for another human being. And also to be able to provide support for the woman who is birthing, for her to be able to open the womb gates. And this is how we step into ecstatic birthing, is women are able to be guided to open each gate as they are bringing this child all the way through their body and out into the world. And so that's why this is really powerful and potent for birth workers. We have a number of womb spiral practitioners who are also birth workers, and just bringing this level of transmission into that birthing space is beyond powerful. So that's why it's open to birth workers, which I'm so darn excited about. Yes, this is what else I want to share with you. So I've started to talk about the fact that we have some bonus teachers. We have some guest teachers coming into this program. Oh my God. So we're just starting to announce who those guest teachers are, and I have handpicked each of these guest teachers. So as well as the 5 women who are holding the program, you've also got, I think we're at 6 really amazing guest teachers. And the reason that I have handpicked each of these is because they are doing amazing work in the world. They are all doing epic, powerful work, and they're all holding different transmissions. And so my intention with the womb priestess level of the Temple of Armella is to give these women the most powerful, all-rounded transmission that they can possibly hold within this 1 6-month program. So I'm going to start to announce each of these on the social media this week, but I can tell you we're having transmission around the masculine. That might sound unusual, but actually for a woman holding this work to be able to hold her masculine is so important. So we've got a masculine initiation. We have also one of the top teachers around sex and sexuality and pleasure. Super excited about that, because actually what we're wanting to do is to guide women into being able to really tune in to the pleasure that is available in your life and in your body, and how that impacts every single area of your life. So I am crazy excited that we have her coming in. We also have a transmission void, the dark energy, the void coming in, which considering the womb gates is around traveling and journeying to the cosmic womb, bringing void teachings into this space just takes the transmission to an entirely new level. So I'm super excited to be able to announce who that is this week. We also, for the women who are coming in at priestess level, we have a very well-known practitioner coming in to teach around how do you really support and guide your clients, holding them in a safe space, really being able to coach them through whatever program it is that you're holding. So that's crazy exciting. Who else do I have? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to look at my list because I can't remember everybody because there are so many. Oh yes, we also have 2 sessions that are in for around voice, like really stepping in and understanding how to own your voice in the world. Oof. And really this is being held by such a powerful, potent, I want to call her a womb alchemist, really a womb and voice alchemist, and super excited to be able to announce to you who she is. Also having a guest teacher come in and hold space and teach around trauma. How do we work with trauma within the body, either within your own body or also within that of clients? If you're holding space for other people, is how do we move through trauma and work with trauma? They're the main ones. Then we've got a bunch of others as well that I'm going to announce this week, but they're the main pieces. And epically powerful transmission on dance as well. Oh my God. There's so much. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That's all I have to say on that matter. It is ridiculous how many women we have coming in. So what was that? So we've got 5 women holding space for this program. And what did I just say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and plus 10 guest teachers coming in as well. So 5 of us holding it, me being one of those, giving you a transmission over a 6-month period, plus 10 guest teachers. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm beyond, like, I can't even express to you how excited I am of this program coming forward into the world. And on so many levels, because it's about, like, we're stepping into now this really genuine space of, we no longer need to do it by ourselves. We no longer need to do life by ourselves. We no longer need to try and be leaders by ourselves. We no longer need to try and bring our work into the world by ourselves. We no longer need to actually just kind of like live this life feeling disconnected and feeling alone. We're stepping now into, we're already in it. We've put our toes into the Aquarian age, which is now we do it together. Finally, now we come into the healing space of doing it together. And we realize that actually when one of us rises, we all rise together equally, standing side by side. And this is what the Temple of Armella is about, is this is a group of us bringing this program forward to you with the intention of how also do we provide you that support to know that you are not alone in whatever it is that you are doing in the world, that you have this band of people who are right there beside you. And that is what is really exciting me about this program coming into the world. So I feel like I think I've answered the questions. Yes, I have. The last piece is, I guess, like, who are these mentors and guest teachers? I am about to start, we're about to start announcing them every day. You're going to start to see more about each of them. We're going to share a video and a bio and, all the things so you really get to know them. But I want to tell you that, so Jamie, who is co-facilitating this with me, is one of my womb spiral practitioners. She's been journeying this work for a long time with me and beyond as well. So she was already doing incredible work around lineage and ancestry, and she really has journeyed very deep, and she's a woman that I am very excited to be able to work beside. So she's co-facilitating the 3 mentors that we have. So we have Isadora. So Isadora is a birth worker. She has journeyed all the way through the apprenticeship twice with me. A lot of the women come through a couple of times, which, by the way, if you join at the top level, you get to come through twice. And so she has journeyed through with a couple of times. She has also held space for me in my womb spiral retreats. Her wisdom is so far beyond her years. She is earth magic. That is really the transmission that she holds, is this really beautiful earth magic that she has to bring. So I'm very excited to have her stepping into a mentoring role. I also have Zoe Butler. So she's also a birth worker, a body worker. She works, she would be a body whisperer, I guess you would say. She works very deeply with the body and actually around how we can tune more into the body, how movement can allow us to not only become more embodied, but also move and express what has been within the body. She is a very powerful practitioner in her own right. And then she came in to journey through womb spiral. She's one of the women that I really handpicked actually and said, like, I really feel like you're for this work. And she's come through and she is amazing. So she's one of the mentors. And also Bridget Bennery, I am so excited to have her come and join as one of the mentors. She is holding a very different point, and I have intentionally chosen women at very different ages and very different levels of experience and very different levels of their own journey, because they hold a different archetype and they hold a different transmission. And so Bridget really holds a powerful space for women who have experienced loss, especially who have experienced loss of their own womb and who have gone through or are going through or coming to that menopausal phase, to what I would call crone. So I'm very excited to have her. She's also an artist and has been working in the field of working with women for many, many years. So she brings a lot of wisdom to this space. So they're the main women who are joining this program for the entire 6 months. And like I say, I'm going to start announcing all of those guest teachers over the next few days. But I can tell you that when you hear the names of these guest teachers, they're going to be names that you already know. They're going to be names that are making big waves in the world with the movements that they are heading up. And it's a testament to what this work is, that these teachers are excited to come and be on board with this. So that's a little snippet around what is the Temple of Armella. I feel like I might share with you. I'm like, will I share? Scared. Scared and excited. Yes, I will share. I'm going to share with you the story of where the Temple of Armella started. Like, how did this even happen? Where did this start? Yeah, I'm going to share with you the story. So a few years ago, and some of you know bits of this story, a few years ago, I went to mystery school in New Zealand, and I had some pretty profound experiences through being at that mystery school. And a couple of them that I'll share. One in particular, I guess, is a moment standing in the middle of circle. and we were asked, what do you live for and what would you die for? With very genuine intent. And I stood in the middle of that circle and I really felt into that question of really like, what would I die for and what do I live for? What is my purpose here? And what came through for me is my channel. I live the purpose for me being here, the purpose for me being alive, the purpose for me being in this lifetime is for my channel and is to bring through what is in this channel. And there are a lot of gifts and there is a lot of magic to come through me. And that is also what I would die for. Hand on heart. I really would, and I know I have died for it many lifetimes before. And that is my deepest soul's calling and my deepest soul's purpose. And within that, because I hold that to such a space of I would die for it, what happens through that is that my transmission allows others to step into that. What my transmission does is it allows others to really see what is your soul's calling. What are you truly here for? What is your higher purpose? And allows you to really know it's time to step into that. That now is the time to fully own who you are, that now is the time to step into it, and now is the time to step into it with that level of courage. That it is what you live for. That your purpose, your higher soul's calling is the whole reason for being here. All the other stuff is just stuff. The things that we do every day to make ourselves busy, it's just stuff. You are here for something greater. Your soul is here for something greater. Your soul has a purpose for being here in this life. And that's one of the transmissions that I hold, is a space that allows you to see that within yourself, is a space that allows you to truly connect into, oh, this is why I'm here. And not only is this why I'm here, but I'm now willing to and courageous enough to stand up and be that in the world. And that is how the Temple of Armella started to be born. Was that moment of standing in mystery school and literally saying, I live for this and I would die for this. And one of my soul's purposes is to land the temple, is to bring temples here, is for us to realize that we are the temple, is for us to realize that the temple is right here. If only we could bring ourselves to the space and the vibration to be able to acknowledge and realize that the temple is here. It's beyond needing to go and step into a physical place. It's actually tuning in and connecting to the fact that the temple is here, that you are the temple. And so that is also how Temple of Armella was born, is to call in the women who know that they are a temple keeper, that they are a temple worker, that they hold a pillar of the temple in the world, and to give those women a space to be able to do that together, to give those women a space to be able to feel deeply safe within themselves, to bring the full force of their magic into the world. Because truly stepping into that space and owning that you are a pillar of the temple, it's big. It's really big. But when we do it side by side, covered in goosebumps right now. When we do this side by side and realize that you are a pillar of the temple, of whatever temple that might be, that you are it, that you are important, that you are just as important as every other person on this path right now, on this path of awakening, that we are all on, and that you hold a key. You hold a key to this path that no other person holds. This is the thing that's really important to realize and to wake up to, and that part of this program is about, is that you hold a vibrational key to this awakening that we are all on together, that nobody else holds, that nobody else can hold that key. And you are the only one who can activate it. And so by stepping into this space, we allow you to activate what is that vibrational frequency, what is that key that you hold for this awakening path that we are all on right now. So that is why the Temple of Armella was born, was to provide space for women to really be able to remember the part of yourself who is a temple keeper, who knows what you're here for. One of the other reasons the Temple of Armella was born was because many of you know that one of my roles here is to be the voice of and to be one of the keepers of the blue diamond souls, the high vibrational beings that are coming here into this world at the moment. And I promised them that I would create space that brought this work to more women in the world. I promised them that I would create space that gave them more of a voice in the world, but also that gave them space to be able to work through and to activate other women in the world also. To be able to bring the temple here and to start to work on our aspect of raising the vibrational frequency of humanity, of this planet that we sit upon, of this humanity that we are part of, for each of us to hold our role in that, to really be able to welcome in these high vibrational beings so that they can do their work here. So that is another reason why the Temple of Armella was born. The other reason the Temple of Armella is born is because it's my soul. It's my connection to the world soul. And as I say that, I can just feel this intense connection that really brings tears, actually. But so when I was in mystery school, part of that was an inner marriage, to be able to bring the inner masculine and feminine and the soul and the body together, and to decide in that moment that I'm fully committed to that path of all aspects of myself being here and being together. And when we finished that amazing ceremony, there was a book. You know, when you go to a wedding or actually when you've just been married and you go and you sign the book or the certificate or whatever it is, and you need to sign your name. And as I wrote it, I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but as I wrote it, what came out was Zoe Zapheria Zach Armella Bell. Zoe is my birth name. It's the name that I was born to. Zapheria is the name that I chose. Zach is my inner masculine. So Zapheria represents my feminine and Zach my masculine. They're the two inner parts of me. And one day maybe I'll tell you the story of Zapheria. And Armella is my soul. My soul's connection to what is happening on a greater level, what is happening for us in the world soul. And how is my soul here to support other people in being able to connect to their own soul's calling and to be able to connect their own soul's connection to the world soul, to understand that we are so much greater, that you are so much greater than you can ever imagine. You are so much greater than what you have given yourself credit for and what you haven't been able to realize yet. And that is one of the things that I want to guide you through in this journey. It is time. It is time to birth into who you are. It is time to follow your soul's calling, and it is time to realize your own greatness. It is time to realize everything that you are, the full magnificence of your being. And to step into that even when it's scary, even more so when it's scary. Sometimes it is terrifying to really step into who we are. But when you can do it in a space when you are held safely by other people who have been there, who get it, by other people who have been exactly where you are and know that feeling incredibly well. So that's my calling to you is, are you ready? Are you ready to truly claim who you are? Are you ready to step into your greatness? Are you ready to be who you came here to be? To connect into your soul? To bring your own gifts and your own magic? To fully be empowered? To step into your own power? Because this literally could be that moment, that choice. Who do you choose? Are you going to put yourself first? Choose your own path? And if so, I would be so honored if you decided that you wanted to join the Temple of Armella, that you wanted to come and be part of this experience, part of this 6-month deep dive journey with us. This is well beyond a program. This is a life-changing deep dive immersion for 6 months. So there's my little story. Not really a little story, is it? It's big. Notice those parts of the human who try to make it something less. The parts of the human who wants to tell you that's my little story. Well, it's not. That's my big ass, massive story of what I'm here to do and how the Temple of Armella was born and how that temple was created for you so you would have a safe space. So if this feels like it's calling to you, please reach out to me. I'll also put the link in the comments. But you are more than welcome to private message me if you have any questions, if you want to get on a call with me and talk to me about it. If you want a voice note, if you want a message, whatever you need, in any way that I can support you in feeling if this is a genuine fit for you, I'm here for that. And that's my highest priority here, is literally, is this a genuine fit for you? And I will support you in feeling and choosing and discovering if it is a genuine fit for you. And if it is amazing, please come and join us. And if it's not, that's okay too. If it's not, then you'll find that maybe this is the breadcrumb that leads you to the piece that is the right fit. So please, if there's any part of you that is thinking, maybe this is for me, maybe, do reach out to me. I will very happily have a call or messages with you to support you in that exploration. Sending you so much love wherever you are in the world. And yeah, if you're, we're going to be in this page a lot this week, just sharing a lot of content, sharing a lot from the heart. So check it out. I'm excited to introduce you to the other women in this program as well. So from my heart to yours, lots of love wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you soon.